I'm in the driver's seat of the 2024 BMW X2 iDrive 28i with the M Sport package. I feel like we made that a lot more complicated than it needed to be. So the iDrive with the M Sport means it's not a full M, but I do get some of the M stuff, which is kind of M-like, because most Americans are not going to put this on the track and need the full performance that you could get if you are buying this BMW in Europe. So you still get some M stuff and you get it at a reasonable price point. That was a mouthful. Buckle up, Buttercup, because I have more to tell you on the 2024 BMW X2 iDrive 28i. Notice all of the design elements that are really unique, like your floating door handle, all of this detail on your dash, your floating armrest, and look at these seats. These are synthetic Vaganza seats. This replaces the Sensitech that they've had in previous years. The Vaganza seats are synthetic, and the design element is based on folded origami, which is why it has these geometric patterns to it, and it does carry through in other places, like on your speakers and your detail work around the car. Not gonna lie, never heard of Vaganza before, so I had to look it up, and that's where I came up with folded origami, but it makes sense. So here's a longer definition. Not me with these papers. Okay, son of a freaking freak. Let's start with the operating system. This has the latest BMW operating system, which is the iDrive 9. It has a curved display that incorporates both your 10.25 inch digital display for the driver that's going to have all your gauges with a 10.7 inch color touchscreen with all the latest tech, and it's pretty seamless to use. You have wireless connectivity with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also have a wireless charging pad, and you have this bar to keep your device in place. This also lights up at night, which I will show you. It has beautiful ambient lighting. You have 2 USB-C charging ports and a 12-volt plug. I also think this is a pretty polarizing electronic gear shifter. It takes a second to get used to. This is your start-stop button to turn the car on and off. You go up for reverse, all the way down for drive, hit it twice to go into a different drive mode, and then you have your park button. You can toggle your drive modes with this button. So you have three drive modes: personal, sport, and efficient. You can also access your driver assistance features on this screen, which has your hill descent, your lane departure, and iconic sounds, which will pipe the sounds of a sporty engine into the cockpit, because a lot of people like that sound. You also have your auto hold button. You can control your radio here, your volume here, and this is your park assist. Push this button and you can see a tiny bit of storage under your armrest. In the back of the X2, I have good legroom. This is set for me. I'm 5'7". I have at least a foot of legroom here. I have good headroom. We have more of these floating door handles back here. You do have 3 seats, 2 sets of ISOFIX latches. 2 sets of ISOFIX latches. Your vents are on the back of the console. You have a place to charge 2 USB-Cs. You have this pano sky roof. I think, what does BMW call it? A sky roof? We're gonna call it a sky roof, moon roof, pano roof. You have a pano roof that comes back. And something really interesting is that these seats are all separate. So if you wanted to lay them down, you will do it 3 times. How do I do that one? Oh, well, not really sure, but I know that that's a separate one. Shit. And have no idea how to get that down. I really don't have time to mess with it. But I think you can see that all 3 of them come down individually and they do lay flat. To open the X2, you just push your BMW symbol in, and for a car of this size, You have a tremendous amount of space and storage in your cargo. You even have a little subfloor which has your spare compartment, a hard compartment on this side, this bin here, a light, and another 12-volt plug. So I'll bring you in. This here, your bin, a 12-volt plug, there's your light, and under here you can see in your subfloor. I also really like this because you can store things on top of this privacy protector. Really, really good storage in the X2. And I do want to mention this is a coupe SUV, or an SUV coupe, however you want to say, which gives you this interesting roof line, and it's going to give you more headroom in the second row.